The form will not just sit all right, he's looking over his shoulder. He has no need to look over his shoulder at all as our 710 goes piling over the line. Look at this, that's a fabulous win. Matt Holmes takes the win by over 1 minute. What a ride. And the man from Wigan really made a fabulous attack. Exactly the right time, and there were no chances for anybody else.
Welcome back, you beautiful people. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, nice one. So, it's the night before the Gralloch gravel race. So yeah, just been packing the car up, getting ready because it's going to be a pretty early start. So it's about a 3-hour drive from where I live. So yeah, 4:30, got to leave at. I think my category sets off at 9:50. So yeah, got to be in the pen for a decent position, blah 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 blah, etc etc etc. Yeah, so 3 hours was meant to be. Did have somewhere to stay tonight, so we were almost there. So it was just going to be like a 20-minute drive in the morning, which in hindsight might have been good, but yeah, the place cancelled it like last minute, so not ideal. And then we were just like, oh, we'll just drive. So yeah, I'm going to drive there. Hopefully it's not too rushed when we get there. Yeah, not expecting too much either. Taking the mountain bike, because I don't have a gravel bike. So yeah, just going for a good day out really. Hopefully it'll be, no doubt it'll be 4 or 5 hours of full gas, but it's always enjoyable when you're doing it. So yeah, I will try and get as much footage as possible. Hopefully I'll not get too caught up in the race and I'll be able to get some footage for you. But yeah, I think it'll be, obviously it's like a UCI World Championship qualifying event, so it'll be absolutely stacked, and it'll be a stacked field, and it'll be heaving. So that's why I'm a little bit concerned about leaving it so tight in the morning, because getting there, the parking's bound to be a nightmare and things. So, but we'll see. It'll be fine. I can just get kicked out of the car with my bike if it does turn out to be a nightmare. So yeah, like I say, I try and get loads of footage and show you what it's like. So yeah, that's the car packed. Hopefully I've got everything, bag packed, clothes, all my bits and bobs. Just didn't want to have to think about that in the morning. We'll make some food so I can eat it closer to start time, rather than having it at like 4 o'clock in the morning and not racing until 9:30, 10. Yeah, so I'll make some oats or something, have them in the car, have a couple of snacks, then yeah, get going. So not sure I'll be on camera at 5 o'clock in the morning. Nobody wants to be on camera at 5 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I'll catch you at the race start. Let's see what happens. Bosh. Yes, and for anyone that's interested, nutrition wise, which is possibly one of the biggest parts of the day, most important things is I'll be taking 2 bottles with approximately 150 grams of carbs in each. Then I'll have 8 gels on person. Then that'll be it. So each gel is about 30 odd grams of carbs, so you can do the maths. Roughly just over it. So I want to consume at least 100 grams an hour, at least. So I'll have a bottle for 1 hour, second bottle for and so on, then 3-4 gels an hour after that. It's just so important not to bonk and be underfueled, especially when it's going to be full gas. Like, It no doubt will be. You don't want to be, yeah, that's the last thing you want, the nutrition to go wrong. There's just no reason for it to go wrong. Just carry enough carbs. Like, yeah, don't underdo it. And I know that should be enough, just because, yeah, I do that all the time when I practice with that amount of carbs on most of my rides, really, which has helped massively. So yeah, if anyone's interested in that, that's how the Gralloch is going to be fueled. I'll also have a hydration pack with purely water in it, because the 2 bottles are only like 600ml, they're not massive. I can't fit that big of bottles in the mountain bike frame, so it's at its max, absolute max with them bottles in. So yeah, there's not a lot of water, so gonna wear a hydration pack. But yeah, should be well fueled, well watered, no excuses. Just hope the legs turn up. Seen one mountain bike. Feel like I've brought a knife to a gunfight. Never mind.
70 plus, right the way through to the 84s, of men and women. So anybody who's 70 plus, men or women's category, you will be starting at 10:32. There will be marshals around the start pens and
Registration done. Just rolling back to the car park. What a beautiful day. Unreal weather for it. Yes. So just head back now, get some food, get changed. Yeah, just get ready. Car park's about like a 5-minute ride away from the start, so just rolling back there now, then we'll roll back along for the start. Yeah, looking forward to it. Should be good.
You're not elite, are you? No.
1934.
Yeah.
we're getting closer to the start, just a couple of minutes until our stowaway water. Have a good time. Thank you. Nico Roche, ladies and gentlemen. Second in Valkenburg, second in the European Cyclocross, first in the UK Mountain Marathon Championships from Lisco, Cameron Mason. Morning, Cam. Is it a day for the legs to do the talking?
Yeah, definitely. I think already from the first time it's going to be pretty simple, so just get on with it.
And it's always like this here, isn't it? Beautiful and sunny.
Yeah, I mean, it's normally hotter than this, so yeah, it's great.
Have a good race. Enjoy it.
That's pretty next.
Huge category here. Junior men's and then the 19 to 34s together. Go hard in the first 20k up the climb. Watch out for each other. That's when all the accidents are going to happen. And that last downhill as well, pretty rocky. Neutralised zone, guys. You don't need to race in the first 500 metres. We've already had a couple having a go at each other. Stay close, but it is neutralised. Enjoy it. The junior men's and the 19 to 34. Coming inside.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I feel like I brought a knife to a gunfight.
Just waiting for the next change.
Go on, rock that head, son.
That's the way you do right now.
Come on, Bismarck. Go on, Muckle.
said alright, he's looking over his shoulder. He has no need to look over his shoulder at all as our 710 goes piling over the line. Look at this, that's a fabulous win. Matt Holmes takes the win by over 1 minute. What a ride.
So that's Gralloch done. Box ticked. Tough, very tough. Unbelievable weather. Yeah, what a day. Got real tough. Yeah, started to check out about mile 50 and it was at like 70 miles or something. So yeah, it got really hard. Got a puncture, man. Which I was riding, like I had to stop 5 times and I ended up riding like 30 miles with it about God knows how much PSI in it, but I don't know because it was pretty close to hitting the rim every time I went over a bump. So that was that was hard work, trying to drag a flat tyre around. Then got to a pit stop and just rammed as much air in it as possible. So then it was rock solid for ages. Rattling my balls off. But it was good. Yeah, what an event. Awesome event. I didn't the camera ran out, unfortunately, the battery on the DJI, which is a bit of a shame, and my camera lady didn't get any footage at the finish line, so I don't know, the end of this video might be a bit garbage because of that. So there's no footage of that, unfortunately. But yeah, it turns out gravel bikes are actually a thing. Like, I thought there'd be way more mountain bikes here. And I know my pals here on one, but I only saw one other one when I was out there, and there was a lot of riders. There was like, just in my age category, there was 150 riders or something just in my age category. But yeah, it was good. Didn't see much of the pros actually. They were off in the wave before us, so didn't see any of them. Cam Mason came past us, so he must have had a puncture. But yeah, now we're just back at the car. Gonna get undressed and hopefully a little bit of a rinse because I am sweaty and minging. I might look alright now because I've rinsed my face up, but holy moly, I was dirty. But yeah, we'll see what I can do with the footage. Gutted it kind of ran out. I wanted to film the finishing. I thought it would last that long. I didn't realise I had it on for that long. But yeah, great race. Don't know whether I would do it again. I think if I was to do it again, it would have to be a gravel bike. It seemed to make a massive difference. Like, whenever there was any speed, like, yeah, I was just getting dropped. Like, I was trying to jump on trains. I got on, that was the annoying thing. I was in a real good group, going really well, feeling strong. It was absolutely perfect. You'll see it in the footage. Then disaster struck and I was like bouncing. I was like, oh no. Looked down and yeah, flat as a fall. So a little bit gutted about that. That killed, the puncture just killed all momentum. Then I got back to a couple of groups, but then it just kept on going down, kept having to stop, pump it up. Did that about 4 times, and like I say, I stopped at that pit stop and used the track pump, so I would put loads of air in it. It's actually held the air a little bit. That's typical, isn't it? You can see the actual bike covered in sealant. Fucking tubeless. Yeah, so Just gotta, yeah, I'm just bringing a pizza back, which I'm gonna devour. Then I don't know whether to go back along and watch the pro ceremony, because I still don't know who won. I'm not sure who won. So yeah, I might go along and see. It's roasting, by the way, like absolutely melting. It's so good, like so good. But yeah, fueled all right. Hardly had any gels, to be fair. I only had 3-4 gels, and I didn't even finish all my bottles. I finished pretty much my hydration pack, but yeah, probably finished both my bottles with carbs in. And I had quite a bit of carbs in. But yeah, so I'll if I go back in, I'll get some footage of the ceremony and things. But yeah, what I do, wouldn't come back on a mountain bike, would possibly come back on a gravel bike. But on a gravel bike, it must, honestly, like shredding tires. The gravel is gnarly, like rough, sharp, deep. It's yeah. And I was dead at the end, and there was just trains flying, because the last section, probably it's the last 6 mile, is all on road, and there was just loads of trains coming past us, and I just could not jump on with a mountain bike. Managed to get on one for a little bit. They pulled us along for a mile or two. But yeah, then got on another little one with about half a mile to go, but I was tough on the mountain bike. Just didn't have the speed on it. Like, couldn't get up the speed on it, and yeah. But it got us round. No, didn't fall off. One measly puncture, which didn't spoil the day too much. But yeah, so if I go along, I'll get some more footage. If not, yeah, Gralloch 2024. Bosh.